Video number 4 is basically just some practice problems. We'll do a couple together, and then I'll just give you the rest of the problems, and I want you to solve them to see how you did. Okay, so the first one we'll just look at 0.7. Is that greater than, less than, or equal to 0.700? Now, hopefully, boys and girls, you know that those two are equal. Decimal point 7, decimal point 7, and these they don't add any value. Let's look at your next example. 0.070 compared to 0.07. Now we have 70 thousandths and 7 hundredths. Hopefully you see that those two are the same, because this is an extra value you really don't need. And let's look at one more, just because we're playing with sevens right now. 0.07, or 7 hundredths, compared to 0.7, or 7 tenths. Which one of those is greater than? Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Well, hopefully, boys and girls, that you saw that this was right next to the decimal point. This had a 0. 7 is greater than 0, so 0.07, or 7 hundredths, is less than 7 tenths. Now I'm just going to pause the video, and I'm going to write the problems, and then I want you to write the problems, solve them, and then start the video to see how you did. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, these are the problems that I want you to work on. 8 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 62 hundredths. 6 hundredths, greater than, less than, or equal to 3 tenths. 475 thousandths, greater than, less than, or equal to 62 hundredths. 3 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 29 hundredths. 38 hundredths, greater than, less than, or equal to 38 thousandths. 4 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 38 hundredths. 38 hundredths, greater than, less than, or equal to 38 10,000ths. 7 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 71 hundredths. 5 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 50 hundredths. 21 hundredths, greater than, less than, or equal to 2 tenths. 111 thousandths, greater than, less than, or equal to 11 hundredths. And the last problem is 4 tenths, greater than, less than, or equal to 404 thousandths. Why don't you pause the video, work through the problems, and then see how you did. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you took some time to work through these problems. And I'm just going to work through them and kind of just give you the answer. 8 tenths is greater than 62 hundredths. You'd rather have 80 cents versus 62 cents. In the same vein, 6 hundredths is less than 3 tenths. Because if I put those to the same, I have 30 and I have 6, which is greater. We have 475 thousandths versus 62 hundredths. Well, we'll look at the first digit. 6 is greater than 4. So 475 thousandths is less than 62 hundredths. Here we go here. And we have 3 tenths and 29 hundredths. If we make them the same, so 30 and 29, well, 30 is greater than, so 3 tenths is greater than 29 hundredths. We have 0.38 and 0.038. Well, let's just look to the right of the decimal point. To the right of the decimal point, 3 is greater than 0, so 38 hundredths is greater than 38 thousandths. Bigger, that's horrible. Now, let's look at this one. If we have 4 tenths and we have 38 hundredths, let's make them both hundredths. 40 hundredths, 38 hundredths, well, 40 is greater than 38. So 4 tenths is greater than 38 hundredths. Here we go. Here we've got 38 hundredths here, and then we have 38 10 thousandths here. I just got crazy when I started adding zeros. It doesn't matter. We can cross those out because we're going to have 38 hundredths is equal to 38 10 thousandths. Now let's look at this one. Well, we've got 7 tenths and we've got 71 hundredths. Well, we have the same first digit. Well, let's convert this to 2 digits. Okay, so that's 70 and 71. 0.70, 0.71. So 7 tenths is less than 71 hundredths because we're adding 1 hundredth there. Here we got 5 tenths and we've got 50 hundredths. But again, let's put them. That's got 2 digits. Let's put this one 2 digits. Oh, you know what? They're exactly the same. So 5 tenths is equal to 50 hundredths. Here we got 21 hundredths compared to 2 tenths. Well, let's put these. This has 2. Let's put this 2. Well, which is greater, 21 or 20? Well, 21 hundredths is greater than 2 tenths. Here we have 111 thousandths, and we have 11 hundredths. Well, this is 3 digits. Let's make this 3 digits. 111 is greater than 110, so this is greater. 111 thousandths is greater than 11 hundredths. And finally, this last one, 4, they both have 4, but then a 0 adds nothing, but that 4 adds more. If I added there, I've got 400, I've got 404. So 4 tenths is less than 404 thousandths. Now hopefully, fifth graders, you get them all correct. If not, please check and see where you made any mistakes. And if you're still confused, please talk to Mr. Winkleman. He'd love to help you out about this. Once you're done, please check and look at those questions at the beginning. What are equivalent decimals? And how do we represent equivalent decimals? And then what we did in the last part of the lesson, how do we compare decimals? How do we do it? What do we do to make it successful? Other than that, that's all I got for you. Hopefully everything made sense. Once you have answers to those questions, go see Mr. Winkleman. I'm guessing he has a wonderful gift for you that you will thoroughly enjoy.